Hello, Tomo Femo, your time. I'm a fam. Wa tu kemba ni tete TV. Oh, you are don. Ake ofe beni o kwemi. O fine ingbeji ni tete obobi ashon. AKA Mr. Independent. O fine ke o subscribe ikwe boli. Bama ni o subscribe. Ba ngo na wa ko fe na ka gbe ni boli. Tomo beni nko oboda ni ke gandangbe. Ngona ni gandangbe sahoye ni you are proud to be a gandangbe ona benincho o ke shi ochichi wa tumo beni mi da ni ke shi onchichi nge mi nje gamashi kenye 100 meters no nshe buku kenye 200 meters no nshe nshona kenye 150 200 meters no nshe ngleshi kenye 500 meters no nshe konle wonko ona benincho. So I'm very proud to be a Ga ni engon na wa ake afomi ye gamashin efe fita ye ne fe mi beni minji e bona beni so bon keji ganfamo bi jibu ni oye proud ni so yen keji oyo gandang melile bomode ni bole jalink ne ke ha me invite mo ame na me ba fita wo yi ko ni wo wa ni wo twa wo ku e ni wo ku e adumoshi ojogba bole mene wasa wo be ko mi jino ni wo yo Ghana Ghana ke kojo be si ajibu alo fi osupi supi okwo ino ojogba okwo ino ojogba Miss Money ma present issue ne habo comprehensively bona benichon without necessarily expressing my opinion blofo ba ke bona benichon o fine mi pa bo fine ma trying very best ma bon e wo modi ake yan ni blofo afa ma yue gan wa de nche because in can on your comment sef mi bon e wo modi ake ma jie blofo kla yemi koni ma bomode ni ake ma yue gan throughout ona benichon ke fi ni bi e ko me ke mi nta o ma gbla mi e wafio ye gan mi bona benichon ne wo ke fi ko na gen blofo fi e chomi shi ma bomode ake ma ya no ma bon e wo modi ake ke mi fe video se ma yue gan kron de nche ni blofo ele ma ni bashikula tumo beni ona ni nke flyer engme screen e no abodo kwe be shoni one Ghana Parliament bona benichon niji wamlato here ame passi bill ne bona benichon against benyele wonyeme ni ta flache ekole ame aloye ame miye ame nuo ye ame mi ake no conclude ame fe beni keji okwa ame o na ame bona benichon ame nuo ame mi ya ame mi ame na nu mo conclude ya ame mi fe beni o na ame keji o na ame gbomocho bona benichon wa parliament niji wa mlato ye ame fe mla ni chwanke keji o yano ni ofe na kan ni bi ni ofe ye agbona ke o ya ba ni mla mobwe akewo ba wo bochumi bona benichon no ni blofo ba ka ke obaya jail aba obochumi for up to 3 years keji okwe some of the sections kla ni yo mla na pass ye mi ko me kla ko ya ba ni bi ko me ni ko fi oba nyo ya mi to 6 years kla bona benichon ni sajimpi ye by sajimpi ete Ghana be express am opinion am nchon am dwemo ye na kan ni e shingme ne bole Miss Money wo kwa bi le keje beni ajeshishi excuse me ke ata eni abashene bona benichon Miss Money wo fe na kan right on a picture na ni nkegme bi oblanwe no na egbeji Sam ni na te George bona benichon Sam ni na te George eleji MP for Ningo Pampram in 2016 a challenge watche Enoch Taiminsa ni wafu ono ni wacho lake iti minsa kenye ba aka ye Ningo Pampram seat wache iti minsa le seat nukula aka je benin aboy womlato here ya leji moni nyo alo moni domo wonyeme ni yo Ningo Pampram bi anajian ye womlato here leji moni edumo amenajian je meni oblanu ne fio 2016 ni eba challenge wache itimi sami eyele ni ekpole ejeme no keje 2017 January bona benichon leji moni represent wonyeme ni yo Ningo Pampram ake moni domo amena ye womlato here ye Ghana ona beni nchon now tumo beni ko be ko kwele obana ke oblanu fio ko ena fi nyume tenke na 39 years pe ena she eye wa de nche kaji okwe enife mo ye mlato here ni okwe Ghana wo political space ena wa je ena wa ye ni fon ye gbe fon gbe nchon ena wa ni twage mokoni enye eyuo wa de nche ni ehye no kogbe ni eyuo anokwale ke edumo no konene na ke ene enukwale ni eyuo edumo no ni eyuo wa ya so mo ye Perez Chapel ni ji woche manye Perez Chapel am so for touch all the time Bishop Charles Ajin Asari Bishop Charles Ajin Asari so mo jameji eni wonyeminu Sam George ni na ate George jameji eni ya so mo ye jame uno eldani ye jame so asafo onupa ni ye woche Bishop Charles Ajin Asari so mo tumobeni nkebwe mlane ni yawo nita flache wonyeme ni wacha amekojo besiai alo meni mene amefio supi ni mlane go against ame ye Ghana wonyeme nu Sam George ni legimo ni edumomi ojogba legimo ni enyemi ojogba ni ole akamlane kejebe na jejije akeno ahun na eme efe na kele ba choka chela akono gege ba I'm publicly boldly ona beni nchon eke and I watch ele e ba kwene fe ne ba fe ni keji kojo besia alo so picture jibu keka jepo ko ke jepo ele e ba ni efe e ba ni Ghana black wa fe mini e ke boaye now bill ne apasile begme jigbe etene no shime bi agency age bill ne shishi in 2021 born abeni nchon now I use medium bo ba bia ke Sam George minority member of parliament ni NDC bi je ame abronto ne parliament 137 one independent chinaka independent ni yo me e kokoso e fita MPP bi no ame majority ni amenyo ni ameke ni amenyo na ameke control ni bi ni ameke control ye parliament manye o fine o banyo o plug ni ami ono o fine ona ni amenye ni ameke control parliament bona ni obabia keto mo benin ko bu kenye ba akaye up until 2020 no mi keji obe majority mi onye ni okemla aba ni ayue po ye parliament ni afemini ni anye apase because mlani ato ye Ghana fe executive eji me ni amekena kan mla ba bona benin chono they were up until 2020 ni I introduce no kone actually private members bill keji ofita executive party niji president niji party ni ame control alo amame your Ghana no at the time onyen oke bill aba parliament ni a discuss koni anya pass le kula apo ona beninchon si 2020 ni I introduce no kone actually private members bill ni chwage mo femo ni Ghana nyojibo mo fe mo ni Ghana njojibo ni ofita party ni ruler you can be an independent e ba ni CPP njojibo ekwadonko party epo keji ame MP jibo no ye parliament obanye o pass obanye oke bill aba o draft bill no keba ni a discuss keji majority of the house ni e support bona beninchon e ba fe mla ni president e ba sign bona so no medium ni wache wanyeminu Sam George ke me anu as a matter of fact jele pe wunshi ename pi fita ehi bona menichon na make private members be le ba now to me go back 2021 echomo ni bia mimpi ete ba keje ba kai kura 2 or so years ago Akufo-Addo grant interview ye Al Jazeera ama me video ni in video she in matcha mabo because in sumoni I'm video say YouTube because I'm me owner na can right there abile neke bill ne san ne ka ke o ye Ghana kometo podi enche for now I think ya can get bill ye necessary because movement ko eteko shi ye Ghana ni a force man bi ake do quote and unquote a legalize homosexuality born na beninchon LGBTQI be legalize ameni femo so le efe like movement ko ya Ghana na kai ni ekole with time na nekeno ko anye chake because example like le edaye United Kingdom ni biamini edaye UK neke homosexuality alo LGBTQ be ameni bi pi be UK ni UK mambi po ekpene ni na kanoko bayami shi amonto ne keji o she UK agmegbeni afi na kanoko bona benincho nke na ewe na kan kana bi nyele nwe no asani Akufo-Addo eba femini eba jie na shole before ni ma twana kan video ma bo na Akufo-Addo ba jie na kefe ball e mepi kefe politics shi Akufo-Addo ba jie na ne kake yele ekometo presidency to beni be konewe BBC be watch atamils nle we yuake under a presidency committee we yani legalize LGBTQI ani bi bona benincho Akufo-Addo umba jie na ni efe na ka interview ni Ghana bin feel like to some extent endorse LGBTQI plus bi ne e ba jie na ka dabi jie na ka she lewu under a presidency hani na ka no kwa femini na ka no kwa ba no she before ma twa a video ma boy miss money oba bia ka no blanu Sam George ne kula miniji no ni ba na eteshi bona benincho ni efe yake ebani pass ne kemla ni ekenyanyo me come fita ni your parliament na pass ne kemla now mla na pass egbeji promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bona benincho na kemla na ka achole promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values born benincho 2021 born benincho so to benin kebwe ke 2021 anye ne keno konemia kata beni Akufo-Addo fe na ka interview ne se ba che bande ba che Ghana bi ajije ko ni Ghana bi jige Akufo-Addo work pe ne MPP bi wa ni ke ge ni gbegbe shi to benin kebwe anima twa Sam George lelenche edan wiemo koni onu no ni ewo neke fight ne agme ekono ne no mo ne kometo e ba no a kata beri e ba bote gbonye bumi o fa ne bo Sam George to it.
And for those who say, why is Sam George interested in this? Yeah. I am absolutely not interested in what you do in the privacy of your bedroom. It's not my business.
So then why this? Why there?
It is because these same people have taken what is their private possession and are bringing it into my children's classroom. Not Legon, Little Angels. I'm mentioning the name of the school.
Not Legon.
Yes, Little Angels.
What happened in that school?
They take somebody who calls herself an influencer and a so-called social media celebrity, takes her to a school to sit with children aged 8 to 11 and tells them that it is okay for them as boys to love boys and girls to love girls.
They did that here
in Ghana, not Legon, Little Angels.
Which celebrity is that?
Call herself Deborah Vanessa, whatever.
Deborah Vanessa.
Medical's ex, no?
Yeah, I mean, that's One Love sister.
Yes.
Let's say that, yes.
Yes, One Love sister.
Yeah.
From Nigeria Tech. She goes and what she's doing is grooming.
She told this.
Yes, the video was there and they posted it on Instagram. Now the school, after the backlash, has taken the video down. Did the school seek the permission of the parents for that kind of education to be given to their children? These are some of the things that are making me and my blood boil. How can I pay fees for my child to go to school? Now these people think that their whole life must be defined by what should be a private moment of theirs. When you bring your privacy into public policy, I have an opinion to share.
Right, so if I never one Sam George, so Sam George, ebiyo ni ebiko ne ya school school actually Little Angels say ye North Legon neke Sister Derby and Sister Derby ete Germany ekebeke bi ya UN ekebeke bi ya 8 9 10 year olds ne ka makeshi it is okay keji o feel like kojo besi ajibu alo ba fe kojo besi ani ale o ba fe supiche mani to mo bene you in try ake mata o video here online she if you make I don't know for some reason in na video any echon but ma take a word for it emale ma call na kan born abenicho I don't think ake it will make this thing up ne ba ta radio ne ba ta TV no ni ewe na kan no ko ni efemi ni ebemi born abenichon so ekene na ke gbe na awade enche because kenak mokomba ne ba yue na kenu kwa Sunday school bi abi follow ya gbe ake won sumo ni moko abani ba yue na kenu ko no ani eyin ake alo esake alo nye ba megbe ake nye bi anye abo na kenu ko tuedo like I said I would have wished ake neke video na mana ona sometimes ke moko yue no ko sani wanye wo contextualize le born abenichon blofo ba ko nle beni ma chele gami Friday keke mi born abenichon so anyway I think I can do that mini ba alo mini ewo mo yue na kan noko born abenichon animo teshike no ne ke gbeke bi ake isa ake obanyo fe kojo besia alo isa ake obanyo fe supi born abenichon animo ko bile sane because 8 9 10 year old say I made that enough ni amanya me bi na kan sane mini jino na amekwa mini jino ni necessitate na kan discussion I would have wished that ke mana na kan clip ko ni ma appreciate the entire context ni I make sister Debbie kaji lele e make na kan noko if na kan noko born abenichon so that aside that's just by the way and to beninko we miss money video ne afi comprehensive so inana kan video enko e ba ngon na wa but be that is me be that as it me born abenichon what call na ga na kan ji benite so Sam George no ni ji no ni ewie ne ake enene na ake no agbene we ke ekwe Facebook ekwe Instagram ekwe Twitter ekwe Snapchat nake tafla che wanyeme ni amefi okojo besi ani bi alo amefi osupiche ma ni bi ameni bi mfa ye ndeme wani wo bi ya neke pages ne first of all call bi ne sheko ado sheko bi na sani sheko bi na sani fi Instagram ke Facebook tefi oto ngon lebe ni ya jeme ni ya call na kan bi can understand wo gbege bi ni wo for ame bi ani wo kwa ame bi ani bole ame yin ejo when it comes to social media ne keni bi ne so I can understand so e chono wa ke men fladi neken platforms ne kana kan bi efe ni bole koko o phone on bi ko be no ba na ekwe akwe ko ne sa so asana anya apasi mla born abenichon koni na kan bi efe stop ko ye Ghana kometu we onyo kana kan no kopo awo Facebook o Twitter o Instagram o Snapchat neken social media platforms efe ko kana kan no ko wojeme mla na pass e go against all na ba anya wo bo mo ye born abenichon so mla na me pass e je no ko bi okula yi mla it is very a touch up across all nibi pi di enche born abenichon not mo benichon yen wie o fine mi wie ko kajo enyemi ko ne Ghana o yenya no ko ne Ghana ni taflache e na kan no ko mi alo te actually te eke neke mene yoshnamo o fine bomoden ko ni okwe ni ekwe no jogba ye Ghana na kan jino ni ntawo ni you because kaji ekwe na ye e ba gbe na so le tumo be ni nkebu Akufo-Addo interview born abenichon yani Ghana bi hu jiga born na Akufo-Addo e be ba je na insmo ni matwa like I said won't we a comprehensive review what for politics ye bi ene mini jino na Akufo-Addo ke mi jino president Mahama ke ye neke no ko ne ye born abenichon so far money na ko e video ko ake e we no ko explicitly ye ji Dr. Bawumia Akufo-Addo le ba yue ake le as long as ni president ni engmengbe ni na kan no ko ba ya no Ghana o fa ni ani wa kwa na kan video
It will not be under the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that same-sex marriage will be legal. The same-sex marriage will be legalized in Ghana. It will never happen in my time as president. Let me repeat, it will never happen.
So if you get be one Akufo-Addo you so tumobe no nu eni emi get no da bi le under a leadership han ni na kan noko kula fe mini na kan noko kula ayano born abenichon so like I said ni ajafi ne sisi no na ke o mlane ajegbe apush le ojugba born abenichon I think ake at some point po ke o ba kaye majority leader afenyo marking le when it comes to mlane ni a pass ni le edumo ekoni weni bi komo ye mlai show le before ni matwa abo itwa Akufo-Addo no habo o fa ne masuma ke matwa president Mahama koni onu le egbe president Mahama le we ke mini Assemblies of God nyoni ni eja ye Assemblies of God ni because Assemblies of God nyoni amehe na kanoko awomi ye Assemblies of God so leun ekpene ni na kanoko afemini aya no ofane anwo kwa President Mahama.
Me duty in my faith is against LGBTQ. Me Assemblies of God me. If we say the faith I have, empene say bema bewari bema oba bewari oba. Bill a war parliament. Omunyam passing, but say aban actually says omu pass president on sign. If he say the attorney general like can say be a private members motion. Obetimi pass a bill with a private members motion, but any say a dekabia ebeto abanso. And based on that technicality, President has said seba on signing. In terms of idea between Parliament and the executive, omoshe na omokan. Ebia sombeshe bill numwa. Normal bibia it puts a charge on government na omoye no free. Then it opens the way for the president to be happy to sign the agreement. And so me personally, Benjin this and I a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Me believe say nipa utimi sorry ka say me feel wo me muse me oba. And so ya wo me be mind me cause no my oba. They be I mean, nature created as man and woman.
Right. So if you want to President Mahama unwe, bona benincho. So ekele Assemblies of God nyoni, bona benincho ni ye Assemblies of God jamo miye. Eje no koni blofo ba ke ame countenance. Eje no koni ame ngogbe ni eyano ye ame jamo mi. So leun engmengbe ni ebayano ni ko ba kwe ewe no ko about public charge ake public charge ne ka kwe na ye Akufo-Addo ba dumono ni e passi mla ni parliament being a person and a couple of weeks ago born beninchon public charge basically shishidiake keji ye Ghana constitution me ake esani a pass or mlako nika pass na kamla e ba Ghana nyomo na kanji the basic explanation ni manye mahabo born beninchon keji a pass mlako ni na kamla e ba Ghana nyomo esani na kamla e chomla Bona Benichon, it shouldn't become esani ejinoko ni afio. Bona. So if feel like Akufo-Addo ba use neke public charge in any kemla ba eba sign even though Akufo-Addo you ake andale watch ekpeneni na kanu kwaya no. So tumo beni yue elia onu abo afenyo marking be amini neke discussions ne ya no parliament kenye ba akaye I think one of our newspaper headlines ni wo fe in yue po ye mi ake use some procedural means komeni efe yake eba sumake na kenoko akanye ebanoni afemini ni anyeni achake mla chono wage nibi kome ye mla mi ni esa ehie ona beninchon esa ehie alo yele jomomi ake lawyer fonyo pana ba gba Ghana bi ana bona beninchon no ke kale kometo na kan nibi ye kome ajie yemi bona beninchon ajie yemi ke ajie yemi mlane efe la ke ba hi ona beninchon no ko ba kwekwa mo nke flyer Go back when flyer ekopo eme screen no abono kwe. We have been very emotional about the debate on the LGBTQ plus bill. Bona beninchon neke debate nele trust me all across the world anytime ni sanibaba tempest ya ngwa denche for some reason eboli may have a debate without necessarily dealing with the facts. Bona beninchon may have a debate on an emotional level, and I think I get to some extent I agree with Le because only there are so many things when it comes to this debate. I think I can me come hani amenye John ni me come do on one side pe. Bona beninchon ni akanakai efe mla because mind you ake ka ye mamie me short yemi Solomo femo ke orientation Solomo femo energy Solomo femo jamo neja Solomo femo ke chosemo Solomo femo ke the way ni ekwo ni bi bona beninchon no wakeji a pass mla sometimes sani ake wamlato bi ni ame yo jeme sani ame seek out for the interest of everybody involved. Bona beninchon esani efiotomo a particular group of people pe amame ni fe mo pe jinoni akọ alo ame sumoni pe jinoni afiomini akọ bona beninchon there must be a comprehensive approach to some of these laws. So I agree with him. Another one ko ne I am not here to promote gayism. I would never ask for same-sex marriage to be legalized. Should somebody engage in it, the means to correct it is not to go to jail. And this is another point. Uni inkelekpagbe wani ole in your video ni machoma abo. Yana ka explanation mi bona benicho. Cholo kage look. Keje mo konfe na ka enokwe. Kokele te jele solve no koi le approach ji alo eshishinu mo mi feel like keji akwa ke mini juno na ba anya fe ni akewa mo bona benincho koni mo keji na kan suban mi yo ni wo man ake Ghana wo feel like na kan suban je suban papa ni mini juno ni wo ba fe ni wo wa mo ko na fe mini na chake because ke okele te jele je mo afe je me wa afe jeme wa because wali ake Ghana wa jail say pie abe conjugal visits ye jeme bona benicho so ta flash hin komeni ameyo jeme ka metejele ama afi oneke ni biye mo wa mo so keji mo konfe ni okele tejele bona benicho benu ele bole fufu egbe wonu mi onu mi sisi because jeme ele free ride no juno na me fi o jeme ona kote hin ami na kan hin ami ni tafla che me beni abake o mene onga eba slabo tunye bi nye ya ami koni no ni ngaka wufio nye afia ke o ye ami we anma me gbe na me wu me be eba slame na abake o tunye bi nye ya ami koni. You understand what I'm saying? Conjugal visits be Ghana. Ona so keji moko ye na kan suke bami no kelete jail no kelete prison we no ele be all free right ni afa na kan ni bi e mo ke kpashi wa de enche ona beninchon. So I think ake no na you anu kwale because wali ake ke prison say no jino ni ya no ejame ona so keji moko nfe na kan no ko no kele nwo mo o chake no ko yi obani mo ke ba ya je me mo ne ba afe na keni mo bwa ona na gajino ni honorable afenyo marking ewe. There is another code ke kwamo. I don't mind if the people of Efutu vote against me because of my stance on the matter. Like I said, that is a very strong thing to say as a politician. We rarely have politicians they can you may say actually he is wrong on this particular issue, Bona Benicho, and I will give you that, but I appreciate the fact that actually he is being principled on this particular issue, Bona Benicho, and that is something I think I guess anyone you will appreciate. When we encourage your politicians say ni amefe na kenoko more, you may not agree with them, but kemoko take a principled stand ni edumoneka. Look, I don't care about the consequences of the next election. Say I think it must be commended. I appreciate the fact that if once again we Catholic ni Bona Benicho ni Kenya ba recently ne Pope ba look what they may be a hypocrisy what they may be ni what you are against or almost LGBTQI ne what fair we are a bunch of hypocrites Bona Benicho like you know ni Pope ke Bona ke obaka ye ke Pope po egmegbe poko ni mini anyeni a bless I mean marriage is under certain circumstances Bona Benicho as an qualify lord juba ona egmegbe koni ame Catholic church ame officiate same sex marriages Bona Benicho under certain circumstances. Now some of the Catholic bishops ke amefi Bona Benicho, but that is the policy of the Vatican as it stands. So it's on work as a Catholic no ni a pope you e can no chuani Bona Benicho. So these are some of the things or majority leader biane afenyo mark you. So finally now fair no na ba fair we bill femini e passy parliament bona beninchon afenyo marking is use some procedural means komene any reading say before bill ba pass and I read like 3 times. I think I got on the second attempt use some parliamentary means komene block na can read in or da beninchon so enye efemini enye ni reading enye yano she finally a ball e bag me ko kwenke I think I can fly out in my screen no yabo ni bag me ni na can procedural impediment ni e can me we eba je no ni bill enye pass so fane animal trap parliament bill be mi ni finally a pass bill na read le for the 3rd time over come video
Those in favor that the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 be taken through the 3rd reading, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 is read the 3rd time and passed.
An act to provide for human sexual rights and family
right.
values.
So, bona intro na can video bona ni Honorable Kingsley Sunguni Bagbin na can jigbe Speaker of Parliament bona beninchon ni ewie bona ne for those in favor of the bill say aye ona beni aye bi amefa aye for those against it say no ona ke jemfe emushikoi ke onmeno ko epo wa nu e mo fe mo segbe because mo brother no ka get no ko yi ogbo akawo wa paga na fe ke je lebi ka takbe ka te se bo Abachabo gay MP o to iri ba shabu every ba parliament onyo achoje meke wodo so there you have it Bona Beninchon, there you have it. So Biaminipa, like I said, I have a lot of videos Nima Chamabo, so stay with me because Miss Money ona ni efebole. Nakajino ni wofio here. Wofio letrala konona ona all the angles when it comes to a particular issue. Koni onmushishi ojugba Bona Beninchon. So I have more videos for you now. Like I told you, kaja Beni bill ne jinshie opposition against the bill elenwe wa ya Ghana the way ni ofila ake ekole Ghana be I mean support neke bill ne wa trust me there is a huge opposition against neke bill ne even in parliament bona ni ole emene na honorable afenyo marking interview ko ni matwamabo very soon ne choro wa kanji bill ne bona are you secret vote ni ake passing question passing because nibi come a bill me ni parliamentarians say PE ameke pangbe because majority of them they are lawyers in the way ni a craft bill can nibi come ni ake wo bill me kanji are you secret balloting question bill passi shibole I or secret balloting here ana money vote for or against bona no scream me people vote against the passi she before because I feel by voice vote o mo feel mo onyanyo ekwo ake anibo na ke ailo anibo no ke ake no lo ona be nchon ni amba jepo na mba ayi bona be so like I said the way na craft bill nibi pi mini me pi kekpagbe bona be nchon come first one nke me bi abo come Shraj boss now Shraj Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice. Bona, Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice. Anything that borders on human rights, what for special courts? Shraj is more like a court, like Bona Beninchon. Like I think a appellate court status. I think Bona Beninchon. I'm a boss. In me screen and quote. You can't use principles of cultural values to enact laws. Bona Benincho. So to Benin Cobwe, Nibi Komeni your bill me menchono kwake it borders on human rights. Bona Benincho ni like I said, you can disagree with no need to flash when you make kojo be cycle so picture me feel, but it does not negate the fact that actually they are human beings born abenicho, and there are some fundamental rights ni no enyum kan amofemo. It doesn't matter on abenicho ni onye ni o infringe upon it born abenicho. So Shraj boss say no ne you nigga look onye use some cultural laws in Kobe like any Ghanaian ke any jelemi ya. Now not to say actually culture it's not important. It is what makes us what and who we are born abenicho. But the chono wake onyo use naka means ni oke pass him like komeni eba infringe on me koma personal human rights born abenicho. So no ni Shraj boss say we na agbenenwe Center for Democratic Development. I think I can no stand for CDD. I'm a chief executive Audrey Gajepo. Audrey, I think I can lawyer for you panani Ghana. He had a couple of institutions in Ghana. Bona benicho. Lenwe chono wage look. Mla na passe ni be p yamini like I said a borders on human rights ni e back me pianani what as a nation esani intentionally wo pass mla ni e back e ba affect media bia umpo can be come no na benicho no e chono keke during the course of neke bill ne draft me podium chair amete me come amete parliament na me ka me tashi na me ka make look there are some of the things ni nyentao ni nyeke wo neke bill na me ni eja ni esa ni e back ba mona ni keji akete kote amebeshu ake it will stand the test of time ye court she bole parliament be bole to find a grant interview can join news miss monima twa na can interview umabo ni okwe o find kwamole.
We've made representations at the memo stage to Parliament. We've made submissions in the media,
right,
pointing out why this is such an obnoxious and dangerous bill for our democracy and for human rights. Not only for LGBTQ people, even though the bill is targeted at them, but the implications that they have for other human rights of minorities, as well as even rights about freedom of expression, freedom for the media. So we've made those submissions, but it looks like it fell on deaf ears. And we sort of are disappointed that Parliament didn't take it seriously. We know that there was a lot of pressure within Parliament because of the way the issue was framed. So even those who know the dangers of the bill couldn't come out against the bill. A lot of human rights organizations also sent memorandum and appeared before Parliament. That is true, but our points were not taken into consideration. They went through periods where they took out issues that we had raised about the bill, some issues, but the main substance of criminalizing sexual identity remains. Criminalizing speech remains. And that's where the danger is for, let's say, the media. So if
some say it's likely to read into the criminal libel law.
Yes, it's like, imagine that there's a bill, and there's never been any bill tied to criminalizing anything that says even talking about the fact that you have a problem with the issue can land you in jail. That's why it is criminal libel law. And I think it was Honorable Afenyo Markin who made that point.
Right.
But I think there are enough lawyers in Parliament and they know indeed it is
right.
true.
So if you make Madam Audrey Gajepo, bona benicho, echono ya tumo beni weke kachon jisiye. Bi amini Parliament in town ne amefe ni I mean a draft ne bill ne boli tumo just like with any other bill ka pass ke a list ango megbe bona benicho ni me ba na me ba express our opinion whether you are for against it. I feel if pale ni mlato wo ye jele mi fe na kan feel a pass mlaka ke pi ni ona bona benicho ska feel na kan ango megbe ni me ba ni ameba you whether they are for or against it. I seek or experts opinion bona benicho ni ameba chon experts ni they are for or against bona benicho. So I'm afraid na no ko bo Audrey Madam Audrey Gajepo ye e chono wa ka mete Parliament ni ame choni bi ni ke ame jomo ka me susumo na ja shi bole Parliament bo amitwe ona benichon parliament bo ameto so ame ba challenge ni na court. The meantime make court tell a challenge mo dey lawsuit come as of the count back, and I think a lawsuit to me tension if fly bo na benichon ini to benin ko but to benin trial ya face parliament pass bill she boli Akufo-Addo sign ko so kabata bia ne as it stands now je mlani bona ke parliament pass no go Akufo-Addo sani president kenini awo shishi dan ni e ba chomla president Akufo-Addo e kenini wo ko shishi no e chokomla now GH1 be ameke kojo be si ai enyokome gbasande miss mo koni onu ye amenaun ni onada we ni ame feel ye no ni ete no ne especially wonyeminu Sam Nina ate George ofane bo ametwe.
The man Sam George hates the community, the LGBT community people. I think the hate he has for the LGBT community people is too much. That's why he is trying to do everything to just infringe upon the right of these people. Sam George has tried his best bringing out this bill, but we are also saying we are human and we have right to do anything we want. I don't know the family values you are protecting, while children of today, youth of today are becoming mad with marijuana and other stuff, drugs. And you are telling you are protecting human values. Which human values are you protecting? Which human values? Because your youth are going mad each and every day. If you see them, you say, this guy has changed. Which human values are you protecting while they are on social media watching all kinds of stupid things out there? So my word for him, it's this man hates haters and nothing can be done about that.
Right. So if I'm get on me, so I'm in Chono Gwake be fame no ba fi ame un tafla check be ma de sanji ame. Bona benincho ni amon mini manye na mo fe la nige mi su mi wa feelings bi. Treat me like your brother, hey. Treat me like your sister, hey. Becca, aka Bisakede. Treat me like one of your own. Bona benincho, English, la wa, English. So mala le from ma, bona benincho. So I'm gonna make treat me like your brother, hey. Treat me like your sister, hey. Bona benincho. So I'm gonna get be ma de sanji ame. I'm get Sam George e chon ame. She am alone ni poten kula ni ame fe Sam George. She ke Sam George get a town e protect human rights. I mean allow human values. Na ke no ni be like big be impi aga. Ni ame fe tramadol. Na ame shele cocaine. Ni ame fite na ame yeseke no egba na. That was the question they're asking. No egba na alo gbege bi pi chomo ame ya am robbery can be no ele no gba na bona benincho shi ame no ni ame lencha ame fi na mo ame ke no ni jino na amo ame feeling ni mi se mi wa feelings bi no jino ni Sam George ba fame lani eke gba ame na alo bona benincho. So like I said, ona can come back a video man if comprehensive. Ona get no kojo be si anwai. Bona benicho. I'm sure I get with time much more videos from a fraternity and Mahabo. Bona so parliament pass a bill ni me monne shimo Akufo-Addo ken ni woko shishi. Ni meantime makebo back na ke assistance now Akufo-Addo e ken ni wonshi amontone because maybe kete court. Bona benicho makane ni bi mabo ni obando na Akufo-Addo e ken ni wonshi bi. So mlane ni parliament e pass it may not be law ni abanya challenge unu ba Akufo-Addo pass again in a wonshi e go like president Mahama ba ake pressure ba ngmeno na kwa gele we ba pass do surely before ni ma try na kan video say ma boy alo makane na kan ni bi ma boy ole wanyemi yo vim lady inye ole bill na draft inye fe ya bi inye yam phone no ikane fe di enche ni na ni bi fe yo mi ni bi pi ya mi ni nke pa agbe bona be ni nchon ke ni bi e ko me hu ni nke pa agbe but ole Vim lady, a lawyer. I think a lot of people do not know. If a very short, like a 7-minute video, ni some of the key elements ni your bill me a break let down. I think she did a better job than I would have done. Bona benincho. So Miss Monima Tramabu, kono kwe no ni your bill me ojogba no na no ni bill ke. So fani shout outs to Vim lady. Ofani and wakwe a video.
This is Ghana's parliament.
Ofane keji beke ko yo maseni boni na etu ofane obanyo chake ko no baseni no bakwe ano ani beke achie because some of the words ni yo me very graphic ofane.
And if you attack someone, it's an offense and you go to jail. Those who are
so bona right from the go in yake in you mo chono keji ona kodo besia no mole no plale ojile alo fele no fon ni fon obaya so ke Ghana no jibwe have this at the back of your mind call you kodo besia ko no plale ara obomo
at birth with the intent to engage in an act prohibited under this act. So if you dress like a man but you're a woman, and if you dress like a woman but you are a man,
right? So can jibwe esa no wo you atale nke yo jibwe esa ni owo nu atale bonu shishi le un ko fe e ba tom la.
The Lord says in section 10 that any indecent act, so for instance 2 men kissing, okay, so any public show of a amorous relationship between or among persons of the same sex, 2 men cannot kiss, 2 women cannot kiss. If you are seen in the open, in the public, displaying any form of affection, you go to jail. It's a misdemeanor. It says who willfully commits grossly.
Right. So again, esani ana nkanuna men show me na ye manjano. You ke yo ka na boni o show na ye manjano aba unya wo bomo nyojie pa ke ata Africa
and you kiss another woman in public, or you show any form of intimacy, the Lord interprets that to mean indecency. Okay, so that's section 10. Let me take you to section 6. There's something very interesting which affects both straight people and LGBT people. In section 6, subsection 3, it says, for the purpose of this section, sexual intercourse occurs where a person penetrates the anus or the mouth of another person with the penis of that person or another contraption. So if you use dildos, okay, on another woman, you are guilty here. If you use a dildo on another man, you are guilty here. If you do blow job, because that says if your penis penetrates somebody's mouth, it's an offense. Okay, and then B, section 6(3)(b) says a person who uses an object or contraption penetrates or stimulates the vagina or the anus. So even stimulating and licking somebody's vagina is stimulating the vagina, is guilty here. So you will go to jail, and this is an offense. C says a person who uses a penis or another object or contraption penetrates the anus or the bodily opening of an animal. So whether you want to have sex with cats, with dogs, with pigs, you go to jail. It comes under all of us who are on social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. If you do anything to promote, to publish, to distribute anything that is in line with LGBT or any other thing that is under this section, and don't forget that we are speaking about blowjob, penetrating another person's mouth or any part of the body is a crime here. All right. So if you sit on television, if you sit on radio, social media, and you say, "Oh, licking is good," it's an offense. Right? If you say blowjob is good, it's an offense because you are promoting it. I'm not saying it. This is what the law is saying. Section 12 says that a person who through media, technological platform or account or any other means procures, markets, broadcasts, disseminates, publishes, distributes, or B, it says uses electronic device.
Right, so I get called promoter many famous on social media. Allow even traditional media where le one can buy is okay. Or your Facebook na nake o get gay bi anoko ekpano na bu Ghana o twa e ba shabuwa. Bona bi nchon. O Facebook, Snapchat na nake o post to gay bi anoko akabu buy.
If you promote it, that person commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of no less than 5 years and not more than 10 years. So you can go to jail for as much as 10 years. Know the law before it catches up with you. Subsection 2 says a person who engages in or participates in an activity that promotes or supports or sympathizes with any act. So if you engage in anything that sympathizes with the LGBT, sympathizes with blowjob, sympathizes with licking, you come under this and you commit an offense with the purpose of changing public opinion. So you want to change public opinion that licking is okay. Blowjob is okay.
You sympathize with them. Okay? And you are liable on some conviction to a term of imprisonment of no less than 5 years, no more than 10 years. So don't be laughing at LGBT people and jubilating that there are some elements in the law.
Any of these, sections under the law. Okay, so if you offer your premises for LGBT party, you go to jail. Offer your premises for parties where you know that people are doing licking and blowjob, you go to jail. It's an offense. You'll be convicted under this. Even for media people, says 4. This is
I extradite
section
you. I wait the evil forest.
It says that where a person is convicted under subsection 1, the owner of the media platform, so you are using your TikTok account, you're using your TikTok account or whatever to promote this. So the owner of the media platform, the technological account, okay, that is using their platform to circulate it, is deemed to have committed an offense unless it is proven that the owner did not consent or connive at the commission of the offense or exercise the degree of reasonable diligence as ought to have in the circumstances to have been exercised to prevent the commission of an offense. So if you use your social media platform
so feel party you know how you men feel party ni o ka hi ko do be CIB na ba feel party egbe bo nko ene mi so ke mamile ni adue alonte won check we teshi ni elomu agebo omo no nu efu bo nwo gbogbele when I get go nu efu bo nwa agebo ya no fine ko ye ko ni me ba feel party ke ko jemo ke ni ye ko ke ha me
promotion with the intent of evoking a child's interest, okay, or to teach a child to explore their sexuality, that you are teaching children that beyond men and women there are other genders, you commit an offense and you are liable on conviction, summary conviction, to a term of imprisonment of no less than 6 years and no more than 5 years. So if you promote this to children, even the number of years you will spend in jail will be more. That's what the law prescribes under this. And then for section 12, it goes further to say section 12.4, so for the purpose of section 12, media platform includes radio, newspaper, television, owner or the leader,
I have a little question about
of a media platform,
that is what the bill says.
Technological account where the media or technological account is owned by more than one person. All those people like Facebook account, Twitter account, Instagram account, YouTube, any other social media account will be liable and
right. So now call your TV station, no your radio station. When you go bataje me, ne yege bi anoko ne fe to mo promote no kwena in a fail or jugba. Aga you shika you ba you lo jugba. Shika you ne fe to mo mon sympathize with am fio alo mon fe to mo be no bo call ya Jenny. Bona benichon so bolenche ko okwe mla na me passe ame stretch mla ojogba dienche ona benichon ni ole if this law fails ona ke court says strike law then down way hey ni the way ni ame stretch law no ba cause a doom bona benichon no ba cause a doom bona benichon book ni ole noko I think I should say this. Look, this is a direct play from the white evangelical church in America. Look, issue in follow why. Bona, maybe feel like a pass law in America and allow same-sex marriages in most states. Bona benincho. So like Ayuedo or Dabi, this continues to be a very controversial issue in America. It's still up till today. Bona Benicho, so in follow level, and I've done a lot of reading. Bona Benicho, and a lot of research biblically, like historically, culturally, even in the Islamic world, Bona Benicho, it can literature, the historical in around Ona Benicho can be, and I'm telling you, this is a direct play from the white evangelical church in America. bona benicho ne woni bill ne a stretch okay ya e come na and I think okay if this bill fails bona benicho hey come ni bill a stretch kete Jameji any about failure. Bona Benicho. I think I can KG court strike le down where there will lot of the opportunity. Ni I'm about just some of these things come here me. Bona Benicho. But being that is me no ni bile entail on no to benin kebwe many Ghana be ni be pite no earlier on lebi ni nteshi first in into Instagram no in a clip from TV3 ni eduje tamaklo e chono kwa ke o enu yake amontone me lebi man pa mi me ko me ba asiu no ka asiu akufu ado ba dumo no ni kefe mi ni ke sign bi le lo and behold that to be ni kebwe ye earlier on me ko me asiu bona be ni chon ni insan na wake finance minister eke akufu adu ake elenoko eka sign neke bill ne because ke e sign ye shika ikomeni sani IMF wo donor partner shika ikomeni asani ameha wo keji wo kwa na ye amefe mini ameha wo na kan shika so from the finance ministry amenka akufu adu ake no keji e sign neke bill ne Ghana wo e ba shan wo wa de enche shika ikomeni asani wo fe mini wana bona binichon IMF deal and work am fe skajin ko mena sane ba na kan shika ebako ojogba de enche bona binichon no ni na kan shika abako keji wokwe na yin be no ba na ebabo wokla ni ebani Ghana we asha wa de enche keji obakwe in Canada letter from purportedly from the finance ministry lebine mene mimbo ekosi sentwe obi face track ba verify energy finance ministry elo she inje jeme ni nomi I mean in a shako mogo from the finance ministry so I don't know how true it is but come on can me screen no come on again on the 28th February 2024 the Parliament of Ghana Ufane keke mi ball is still in feel okay feel so obana can sounding a little well pass the Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values Act anti-LGBTQ bill. The bill is yet to be forwarded to His Excellency the President for assent. The passage of the bill has triggered reactions from some of Ghana's development partners, international financial institutions, and CSOs in the country. Honorable Minister convened an emergency meeting with Chief Director and Director of the Ministry, the Governor and First Deputy Governor at the Bank of Ghana, and the Commissioner General of GRA to ascertain the immediate impact of the passage of the bill on the implementation of the 2024 budget. The report summarizes deliberations at the meeting and provides recommendations for the consideration of His Excellency the President. Now, number 2 again, impact on World Bank funded programs. The expected 300 million financing from the first Ghana Resilient Recovery Development Policy Operation, which will be in parentheses budget support, which is currently pending parliamentary approval, might not be disbursed by the bank when it is approved by Parliament. Ongoing negotiations on the second Ghana Resilient Recovery Development Policy, once again amounting to 300 million, may be suspended. Ongoing negotiations for $250 million to support the Ghana Financial Stability Fund may be suspended. So this is purportedly from the Finance Ministry. Keji Akufo-Addo eteno nekeshikani won need ni eba support wo budget ne ba ni bi ni government expert or akeshi eba nye FADC ne enye FA nekeshikane potentially nekeshika FA mini eba ni ke eba wasumba ye shi rough to mobeni ayu bona beninchon Ghana we basha wa financially and to mobeni only some of these donor countries I'm a supporter the rights for LGBTQ plus people bona beninchon and there are some companies but there are some investors come umponi amekwa na kandi bi fe ni ka amemboma ni amenakebo na kanji no ko ni yoma they will not come. This shows you how ni kebatabia ne politicians ani work better woman to the extent that keji no ko ni won feel like o ne ke no ko e ba wa wo Ghana ma wonye wo fe because keji wo fe shikana asani wona wo fe mini wona now UTV be a te mami na ma bi Ghana bi ake blofo me ni wa wo shika no ni ameke na ameke keji wote no ni wo pass mla kotumoneke be na kan shika jiye ame ba flo fe mi ni ko okwe na ye e ba gbaga na bi ana anu wo bono ni Ghana bi wi etu
we bibia ye mpedi for no so mo hwam fom mo ni tu fom na ne ese ye gudie na ye wo no e wo man mu no ye hwe so na ye fa de ye fa mbo ye bra ye de ho to mo so too much eno to mo sem hu bia no mo ka che no ti o say ye nja mo life mo omo so mo mo ya eye omo to mo ho no ye so better han ye fa ye good ni ye gudie ye nema ye wo ye be fa omo so mo fa mo de na ya so nwe because you to me ndi sa je no ntum
kwa hu chirem de nti aye kwa hu chirem se emwa na o mo de boy no e na ama ya ye nkoa sanyo omumu anu a enka ye di ye ho ana ye mpanimfo no hunu se emwa na sa amama na di boy no ene na ama ye nkoa because se wonsa se obi anu ma okasa wontimi nkasa se ye di ye ho a na ye mpanimfo atoto ne ma yi a ye sikasem ya gudie ya hweso ye ti corruption so a gidie se o mawe obitima fa ne ntoma pa efra e chense ye be konko asum na kakra ye de ma ye nitino ya ba ya nkoa
so mo so mo ma ya bisia operation feed yourself by ye nu adua ni ye diye ye bitimi agigi tax akotua ye ka na sa de no omre hye kon no ye ntumi enti ya me ho achi ye Ghana nyina no se mpanyimfo no omunye state farm so mo ma state farm na aduane ne ba na obi etua de tax anke nko bobisia Ghana sisi abia kasa aduane e betima dua enti president bi obetima be situ bia no omo ni se obe make sure say we state farm ye dua aduane na be gudwom bia nkoto aduane na boarding ntu ka che say me 20,000 da me nya tua wentua no na man no yekoye nim
se ye penyufo ya mamre na wo ho no ye mfa nya dwuma ne ya boabo ye ho kakakra na nyame adom te bibia be
bisia no sika no mo kwaji a eden na ye de ye still ye ho kiri ye nti den ti na mo ma de wo ejapade a wa Ghana ha no mo ntimi mpanifo no mo nkura na mo ntimi nton no mo mfa sika ne meye bibi wo man yi mu demi kan wati ase obekwa akwaji loan o jitum ya be ma o se no akwaji scan aba dan na ye de be ba be ye e scan na ye hwe but mpanifo na wo mu se mo betimi ayo man ni ye emfa ho ne besia mo bekwa akwaji aba bad wati ase emfa ho ne se ka se oba ni be ma enna na scan ye dis scan be ma ye nko ade a
right, so na Ghana bi Ghana bi ke meni me na ga ja me sa me ga blofo ma ya me ko abeshika Shiboli, I don't think they really understand the repercussions of what would happen to the country. It will be a disaster. Bona Benichon, Mami, but no need boya no ne, Negeshkane na cheke ba Ghana be nye ba shanye basa. Mokomo, you know about Operation Feed Yourself. Bona Benichon, grow what you eat and eat what you grow. Grow what you eat and eat what you grow. It's on Ghana be boli domestication. Mr. Danlate, Bayote, I would Danlate, no care where by me. No. Mr. Domestication, no, you are if we are growing what we are eating and we are eating what we are growing, but I don't think they really understand the repercussions of Nakanoku Kaji Nekeshikane Ba. Kaji Nekeshikane Ba, like I said, Waibasha wa Dienche. Bona Benicho. So Tumo Beni, Bona Benicho. So no ni gonna be and like I told you, as it stands now, Bill Nele Apasi Akufo-Addo sign because make it a court. Bona Benicho, make it a court. No Akufo-Addo bekene a release statement. Miss Mama Kane na kan statement mabu. Koni ona gashi up until ni neken bill ne eba clear neke court headle ne ni ake meno Akufo-Addo e sign kwamo eke President Akufo-Addo on anti-LGBTQ bill. Again, I'm aware that last week's bipartisan passage by Parliament of the Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill on a private member's motion has raised considerable anxieties in certain quarters of the diplomatic community and among some friends of Ghana that she may be turning her back on her hitherto enviable an enviable long-standing record on human rights observance and attachment to the rule of law. I want to assure you that no such backsliding will be contemplated or occasioned. I think it will serve little purpose to go at this stage into the details of the origin of this proposed law, which is yet to reach my desk. But suffice it to say that I have learned that today a challenge has been mounted at the Supreme Court by a concerned citizen to the constitutionality of the proposed legislation. In the circumstances, it would be as well for all of us to hold our hands and await the decision of the court before any action is taken. The operation of the institutions of the Ghanaian state will determine the future trajectory of the rule of law and human rights compliance in our country. So noni Akufo-Addo yue gbekene no jinoni inken aboe. So as it stands now, Akufo-Addo mla eke enine wonshi ni echon mla nokoni abanya femini ni a implementi ye Ghana bona beninchon. So many nokone aya beni ibaya no dani enyeni efemini ene yano. Now honorable Afenyo Markin benini ejeshishin we kenye ba kaye Ghana bi to benin kebwe aka Akufo-Addo esan chono ko ake ni bi pi unye ni asanafe dani finally kla me parliamentary procedures ni bi pi ni bi le echonkomi, even though yes I passed by voice vote instead of the drafting can be amendments na ke we mi can be sania tashi na put le all of it together dani ke afe na kan na ba present le kian president ojuba. So assistant na kan nuchumo fe achu means money obole to bi amini e like a minglamo kia Ghana be over the komole.
Some seeming pressure on the presidency regarding the LGBT law Parliament passed. Well, the process is that when the bill is passed in Parliament, it has to be first compiled by the drafting department of Parliament. So you know that the bill went through several amendments. It has to be tidied up. And then thereafter, the clerk would have to authenticate it. And after the authentication, the speaker would have to certify. It's when all these are done that the bill is forwarded to the president for his assent. As we speak, as a leader of the House, I can say on good authority that we've not.
Right, so okay, bana ke nuchumo ipi etumobele chon parliamentary wise ni asani achu yeneke mlane podane ba fia ke asani akea President Akufo-Addo bona beninchon. So achu na ke nuchumo lo
submitted the bill to the presidency and all. Nothing has moved to the presidency. In fact, Mr. Speaker is yet to receive the authenticated bill. The clerk to Parliament himself has not yet seen it. The drafting department is still compiling. I have been chasing it myself, and they say it requires some time because a lot of changes were done. And as a leader of the House, I don't have the draft bill, the compiled draft bill. So I just wanted to put this thing in proper perspective for our guidance. When all is done, I believe that.
Right. So Bolenje call banake there is a lot of technical work. Bona beninchon ni sani anyeni afe ona beninchon dani bile anye poni eya Akufo-Addo inkati le film about it's about a little over 3 minutes long but I think I get one of the gist of what he's saying. Like I told you first keji akana anya afe ne keni bi na efe ni akana Akufo-Addo lenche esan ko kweleta ni nkane abue eke akete Supreme Court na akete Supreme Court there are some portions of the bill ne border on me koma human rights ni ebana ke bill ba infringe upon like human rights and we was any Supreme Court I rule on like provision say any your bill let me down kaji Supreme Court a rule on like provision satan ni balake asane sanye e ba san agbenu before ni magmo ye ngmene we honorable afenyo marking I interview le GH1 ni ole you be come legislation and I think ake sani work and I think I can know one I can take court some of the things ni no one I can take court and to any way earlier ke bill ne a doom ni Supreme Court strike le down where these are some of the things ni ebani Supreme Court a strike le down ni it will mean ake asani ameya back ni na can provision say born abenicho especially the ones ni a border on human rights say born abenicho ni amekwa ke amebanye ame fix some of the things no done in the bill banye ne pass go bed do not be surprised ake Ghana Supreme Court eba strike neke bill ne down at least certain portions of the bill Supreme Court ba rule unconstitutional born abenincho ni abaje ye bill FM. Do not be surprised. I'm telling you this now. Do not be surprised. So only honorable afenyo mark into it. This will be I believe the last video ni your nima chomabo. You any big thing I think it made a lot of sense. Like if you are approaching it with a fair mind born abenincho without taking sides, and that is what I'm doing, presenting the news to you born abenincho. I'm in the middle ball as a journalist. I don't have to take sides. So let me play that for you. Bullet way.
Well, aspect of the law, in my view, must be looked at. And you see, in any legislation, the fundamental position taken would be what we call the object of the bill. The object set out what the legislators seek to achieve for the greater good of the citizenry. So here we are. The proponents of the bill or the sponsors say that they want us to put in place Ghanaian values, family system and all. In other words, we don't want a man to marry a man. We don't want a woman to marry a woman. And I'm saying that all of us are in agreement that same-sex marriage is not acceptable, is incompatible with our Ghanaian family values. However, should a person engage in that, what becomes of him or her? If the object of the bill is to reform, correct, transform, change the person's behavior in that direction,
and deter as well those who want to.
Well, deter, add it. Should incarceration be the solution? That is where we differ. And I respectfully submit that considering
it really stand on the ground like he has
new sentencing regime
on this particular issue, and
as initiated by the judiciary,
that alone I appreciate it.
And
look, I don't agree with the politics majority of the time.
Reflecting in our laws,
when it comes to the
like the plea bargaining act we passed recently,
but
it would be inappropriate on this. To enact a law that would introduce,
like I said, you may not agree
criminal
with but
conviction, which conviction will lead to incarceration as the solution. You can't get it, especially when our prisons, the conditions there create a fertile ground for that homosexuality to fertilize.
Is it already happening?
Yes, from the report we get from our prisons. So it's a matter of fact. And I ask myself, did the stakeholders who were pushing for this talk to the prison officers? I spoke to some prison officers. I spoke to a colleague who is a retired prison officer. Unfortunately, Francis, the way this thing charged the atmosphere, a lot of the MPs were afraid to even express their view. They didn't want to talk. You recall when Mr. Speaker asked when at second reading who had any issue. Nobody could speak.
But you did?
No, not at the time.
Okay.
It wasn't unnecessary. I needed to speak at consideration. And when I raised the issue of secret ballot, it was actually a call by a lot of colleagues. Because normally at consideration we use voice votes. So they wanted that should Mr. Speaker rule in my favor for a voice for secret ballot, then they will come in and slot in their ballot. Because it's a major issue asking somebody to go to jail because of this.
Leader, are you suggesting to me that if this vote on the bill was not voice vote, but secret ballot, we have seen a different outcome to this bill?
I'm not suggesting, I'm stating so as a fact. I'm telling you so.
That this bill will not have passed.
It's not a suggestion. I'm telling you what it is. Because you see, what's the first rule of nature?
Preservation?
Self-preservation.
Yes.
It was a risk I took. And I said I really don't mind. Because, why? If a politician is always thinking about the next election and is all looking at issues of conviction, that this is how I feel, I should express it and justify. I mean, that should be my bona fide, shouldn't it? So I would not want to, out of fear, say, oh, maybe if two people will say, honorable, vote against you. So that bill introducing criminal penalties, introducing jail term, will not help the cause of the bill.
Because it's already happening in our prisons.
It will not help it.
Right, I think
finally we're there.
A video I said I think it's 14 minutes long. It's more my Bob. I think I get this. This has been our longest video ever. New one record. Born yeah. So I knew what phone maybe. Let me leave it here. But like I said, like I agree with this a final point there. Born what prison said there are no conjugal visits. So can you come in the whole purpose of this bill will be defeated. Ya prison ni eka afe na kai nokwe ni prison ya moji na afi ona kai ni bie ye ko kele te je mele dem ona be ni cho ochuko no go klai ni. And I think, like I said, there are some of the things they border on human rights. I think I get this bill it go too far. It go too far. It go too far. So as I'm sure, do not be surprised. Supreme Court will strike a portions of it. Will not strike the entire thing down, but there are portions of the bill need Supreme Court will strike it down. And I think can't strike the thing down. I think I get the way I make craft bill ni it cause a doom. But I'm sure I can if the portions of it need Supreme Court but strike it down. Anyways, there is a reason we want National Peace Council and they don't have an opinion because I'm a representative of all backgrounds. So I may express here my opinion. That is why we have to be careful. Now, Ghana is not a religious country. Sometimes I may Saudi Arabia can run. I mean, the answer is right there in our faces. The Islamic Republic of Saudi Arabia, the Islamic Republic of Iran. So these are religious nations. They were founded on religious values. Ghana is not. Ghana is a secular nation. There is no religion need a binder or war. So that is the difference between a country like Ghana, a country like Saudi Arabia, a country like Iran. These are Islamic republics. It is right in their names. So these nations were founded on religious principles. Ghana, there is no religion in a bind or what. It is not a religious nation. Ghana is not a Christian nation. Yes, majority of the people in your Ghana, they are Christians, but it is not a Christian nation. It is a secular nation. So when you have laws to the Islamic Republic of Iran, allow the Islamic Republic of Saudi Arabia, we cannot. because we are not a Christian republic. We are not a theocracy. Those are theocracies. Those countries say they are theocracies. Ghana is not a theocracy. It is a democracy. So that is the reason why. Only wherever you stand on this issue, I would just hope we will treat each other with respect. You may not like gays, you may not like lesbians, you probably hate them and hate what they do, but no matter what it is, I want you to recognize first that they are first human beings. They are first human beings. You may disagree with what they are doing, but don't forget the fact that they are human beings. She walk where what's the so kona kojo besi akwe no na moko na efi osupie the way no ba treat le o fa na dwomo hyenyo o iradon ngbeji ni tete obobiashon aka Mr Independent o fa ne kajin wie no ko no kemikpan agbe o mo no ka comment section e nkan de no fe no ni akewo jeme ko subscribe go fa ne o mo no subscribe ja link no kian me no invite me na me ba fit aboy twa no manye jino afo no bye bye.
Yeah, Baba, it's neat. Them say you want to chop my